It has been years and years and years that I wanted to start this series. Okay, just a quick disclaimer. The more you guys watch it, the more I'll clean up the room, okay? We've got a deal. So this series, I am gonna just go bonkers because in the start when I wanted to do this series, I never had the knowledge to how do you do it? I gained some knowledge and then it's like, okay, I don't have the right tools for it. Okay, I got the right tools and I just like wasn't in practice, had to practice and do a lot of testing to get it right, and I did it. And then the last problem was time. Finally, everything is starting to settle down a bit, so I can try to do this series finally. So this series is all about tuning. A lot of people are going to say, oh, you mispronounced it now. It's tuning. Tuna, whatever. You can call it tuna if you want. I'm calling it tuning. So I'm going to take you guys through the whole process of tuning your car. So basically, as I'm saying, like my car is stock standard, we're going to do a stage 1 file on it. We're going to go from like all the way to the bottom and work our way up, where we end up tuning for our decat, like when we removed our catalytic converter, when we're putting a new intercooler or water meth kit or bigger turbo or whatever the case is. We're gonna do all of these stages and trying to cover as much as we can. So make sure you are subscribed to this channel, okay? So especially if you're gonna like the tuning part, I just want to give you guys some knowledge. I'm gonna give you guys a lot of free tuning content, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna show you guys the before logs, the after logs and all that kind of stuff, but I'm gonna show you guys the real juicy stuff under the members section. So make sure you become a member because that's the area where you want to be in. So obviously I won't make the process too much, it's just a small little bit of reward to share my years and years of knowledge. So this part is basically just a bit of an introduction to what I'm about to do, to give you guys some more info about myself. Is that back in the days 2018, that is when I said to myself, okay, I'm in this racing group trying to copycat Street Outlaws. What we're gonna do is yeah, we literally had a top 10 list, so I can't even remember which position I was at. So that list was just like, the next day so many people shows up, the next day almost no one shows up. So the list was very bonkers, but I said to myself, okay, I gotta be the fastest. So then I said, okay, I'm gonna try to learn how to do the tuning part. I found it very interesting. It was kind of bonkers to me, like how a guy just plugged in his laptop, he did a stage 1 software for my car, and I was like, wow, the power gains is just freaking awesome. So I just took a massive liking into it. So then I did some research. I came across a KESS system, K-E-S-S. If you guys are into the tuning or know a little bit of tuning, you'll know the KESS system. I bought it, and that KESS system was basically to pull a file and to upload a file. So it's just a communication from your laptop to your to the car's ECU to upload and pull out and download, or whatever you guys want to call it, the new files, and pull the stock file and all that kind of stuff. So I got it, and then I went and got a hold of a company in the UK. I talked to them like, hey, I want to do some software on people's cars here in my country, can I give you the stock file? And they told me how the whole process worked, and then they give me obviously the tune file back now, the stage 1 or stage 2 depending on what I requested. I'll upload it on a car, and like, there bro, there's your power. It was freaking amazing, like the easiest money to get back then. A lot of risk involved, but because you don't know how the maintenance on that car is, you know, but a lot of risk involved, but it was really good, easy money. But then I told myself, okay, this is not the part where I want to be in. I actually want to sit back and do the tuning myself. So then I got myself the dual display like I've got over here. Maybe you guys can see it. There's probably there you guys can see it. That was weird. So it's not these screens obviously, but it just yeah, since then I've always been with the dual screens, where on the one screen I'll keep my for example the stock file. So I'll open it, go into the WinOLS or whatever, have a look at it. The second screen to my right I'll have the tune file. Then I'll sit and have a look and compare them. So this was back in 2018. It's now 2025, the current time that I'm recording this video. So we're talking about 7 years ago. That's crazy. Then I would compare and I'll see, okay, standard, they're running, what do you call it? Like, let's say, for example, 1 lambda. Again, like, oh, what's 1 lambda? 14.7 AFR. What's 14.7 AFR? What does AFR stands for? Then you will go and you do some research. Okay, air to fuel ratio, lambda is like compared to like if it's 1 lambda is a stoichiometric. What the hell is a stoichiometric? Stoichiometric is 14.7 is explosive, like the proper explosive term where all the fuel is being burned and makes the most power and all that kind of stuff. So why on the stock one they're running 1 lambda, and on a tuned one they're running 0.85 lambda. Sorry guys, I'm all into lambda. So why are they running 0.85 lambda? Why are they adding more fuel? But the perfect place to like for all the fuel molecules to burn is at the 1 lambda. Why run 0.85? Then you do some research, you find out, oh, it's just for reducing the exhaust gases, it's just controlling the heat in your combustion by your cylinders and all that kind of stuff. So that's where you actually kind of like learn, oh, okay, this is this. So this is how it all grew until I even joined HP Academy. I learned from HP Academy and all those kind of things. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all that knowledge I've gained all over the years, I'm going to put it in this series of basically tuning my car. So yeah, this was a mouthful. This was a good introduction, I think, of what's going to happen on the channel. So make sure you're going to join the member section for all the juicy stuff. And then we're going to start this series off. Let's get started.